Hello, and welcome to the World of Ravinia podcast, where we follow the tales of a group of college adventurers learning their trade in the classroom and the real world at once. Uh, when last we left off, our party ventured into the sewers where they encountered various creatures, including a were-rat that had been abducting homeless to test, torture, and eat. They eventually put down the villain and found Rose, Sybil's young protege slash adopted sister, chained to the floor, unconscious and bitten. They freed her and fled from the sewers to the sacrament of the Harvest Mother, where we rejoin them now. So let us return to the world of Ravinia.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. So, last time you guys followed Marissa's details to go into the sewers and track down the source of whatever took Rose. You ended up finding out that it was a were-rat that you killed, and decided to drag the dead body of it back up from the sewers, along with an unconscious Rose, and head to the sacrament of the Harvest Mother. After getting, actually, yeah, we called it when we got there. So, Marissa had been sent back ahead of time back to the Dare to Lay Your Hand. And you are now at the Temple of the Harvest Mother. All right, so who are we waiting on? Oh, Quark, who probably isn't in yet. Okay, so that's fine. So you arrive at the Sacrament of the Harvest Mother. This is a modest two-story wooden building. There's a simple wooden sign out front welcoming those in need. As you enter, inside there is a small table to the right next to a few baskets filled with various fruits and vegetables. There are a number of round tables with 5 or 6 seats around each of them, and a staircase that goes to the second floor on the left. At the far end of the main room is a ceramic cornucopia about 6 feet tall and 10 feet long. Next to it sits a halfling woman with brown curly hair, wearing a plain brown dress. She smiles at all who approach her. As you enter, carrying the unconscious Rose in Sybil's arms and a blood-soaked blanket over the unconscious figure of Neo Thomas on Derek's shoulder, 2 men rush over from a table to see what's going on.
Can we tell by looking at any of them if anyone would look to be like the head of the temple?
If you were to guess one, you would probably guess the halfling woman at the far end that's sitting on a chair next to the giant cornucopia.
And the guys that get up, are they dressed like Templars or
The
paladins? I meant to say is what word that I was looking for, or clerics, or are they just?
Both men are human that approach you. One is in a simple tunic, and the other one is wearing a chain shirt.
Okay.
The one in the tunic speaks as they approach. What has happened? Do you need healing or treatment? The other one immediately goes to reach for Rose. Sybil, in turn, shielding her from being touched, reacts like a mama bear protecting their cub.
Okay. I'd turn to him and say, I'd hold on, we're not 100% sure what's exactly going on. we were investigating some disappearances, and we came across this thing, and I'd probably point to Derek, who's carrying the were-rat's corpse.
He'll sort of step to the side a bit so they're not quite in the open and lay the blanket down and unravel it a bit so they can see.
'Cause I wouldn't-
Upon seeing what just rolled out of this thing, the one in the tunic immediately goes over and just looking it over completely from head to toe. The other one just takes a step to the side.
And we were originally looking for this girl that we have here, and when I tried to heal her wounds and try and get her back to be able to talk, it didn't work.
We shall take her to the High Maiden. And he
Uh,
looks back down at the bloody blanket pile. He's like, please cover that and set it to the far left by the stairs.
Okay, I'll do that.
Derek will bundle it up and sort of drag it over there.
I'd also ask, you wouldn't happen to have any sort of carriage or something I could borrow?
We are a temple of modest means. We do not have a carriage at our disposal.
Okay, I'm pretty much volunteering to go back and get Maris from the Dare to Lay Your Hand.
Okay.
I probably don't want to go by myself. I would probably need at least one or two people to come with me, because I'm not exactly taking the scenic route. It's going to be a straight beeline to there.
Yeah.
I will also mention to him that there's somebody else that might be afflicted with the same thing, because I tried to heal her as well and it did not take. And I want to go and
I'm
get
here and
her
I'm logging in.
Okay. Get her and bring her back here.
Yeah. I'll join that escort.
Okay. Anybody else would come with me and Gargan, I guess?
I'll come.
Okay. So us three and then leave the rest here in case something
Okay.
happens. Because I know Sybil's not going to leave.
Yeah.
I think
Okay, whoever
Soul's-
that is, if you can mute.
Yeah, I think Soul's having headset problems.
Okay.
So Saul is messed up in the headset.
I think I got it now.
Okay.
Hear me?
Okay.
Or-
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would probably tell Sybil as well that that's where I'm going, and Gargan and Zen are going to join me.
Okay.
So,
Derek dumped the body over to the side, but he's also just going to stand there. He's not trusting this thing to be left unattended.
yeah, and now that I'm thinking about it, I'm the only one that could hurt the damn thing.
No, there are other ways.
Yeah, but as far as I know, I'm the only one that could hurt it. Just going off the knowledge from the battle, it seemed like I was the only one
Well,
hurting it.
it's more accurate to say you're the only one who did hurt it.
Yeah. I'd probably relay that the only thing that hurt this thing and killed it, as far as I know it's dead, was my spell. Guiding Bolt.
What kind of damage does Guiding Bolt do again?
Radiant, I believe.
Yeah, which is similar to light damage or holy damage.
So that's what I would relay. As far as I know, that's the only thing that can hurt this thing. I don't know if anybody has any knowledge out of the group.
No, that's not me.
So yeah, if the three of you head off back to Dare to Lay Your Hand, the one in the tunic will simply say, "My name is Reginald. Please follow me to go see the High Maiden." And we'll lead the rest of you up to the front there. Stuck waiting in line behind two or three other people that were on their way to speak to the High Maiden. As you get to the front, he stops and simply goes up and says something into her ear. Little halfling hops down off of her chair and walks over to you and "Greetings, fair ones. Reginald has informed me of some of the troubles you have encountered. You said you had been investigating the disappearances. You mean to the street folk, correct?"
Quark and Solar are the only ones there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we would have left immediately. Okay, I was just double checking.
Oh, I thought I thought someone else. I thought I wasn't there. Uh, repeat what you last said for me. Sorry.
So she was just asking. That Reginald had basically revealed part of what the details. She was just asking when you said you were investigating the missing people, if you were referring to the street folk.
I'm actually not sure where to go with this right now.
Yes, it was the street folk.
She goes to nod and then looks at you first.
I'm still feline, right?
Yes, you are. You're still the giant purple kitty. She will
Sorry, I'm still
slowly
loading it.
Yeah, she will slowly approach Sybil and gently lay out her hand and say, "May I see the child?"
If Sybil looks like she's going to like reject or anything, I'm just gonna try to encourage her to give it a chance. I mean, like keep a close eye on everything, but give it a chance.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, they'd be able to get her to at least lower Rose, so she'll drop to a kneeling position and let the High Maiden examine Rose. You see her just gently checking over the wounds. And then looking over the rest of you, Okay. He gives you all a quick look over and stops in front of Saul for a minute. Where did you find them?
I can't remember the description of the area we found them in, but like I Soul gives his best description as possible. And I also mentioned how we found I think other remains around the area as well. And how she was like in the center of all that and tied up.
As you traverse the sewers, what color was the walls and the water?
Does can I do can I do I would I recognize the significance of that question, or because I feel like that's
Make
suspicious.
make a history check.
Just regular history?
Uh, this would be Allrizen history, so
Okay.
okay. You do with that, you would know there are certain times of the year and certain events that can cause different growths of different plant life that you've seen both in the city and outside of it. For her to have a concern about this, you would most likely equate it to something that clearly isn't good, at least with the check you got there. Who else is there with you? Is it just it's Quark and Sybil, right? Sybil's there too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You don't figure out a significance to it, but do you recall the color?
Yeah, I do. The walls were pink and the water was green. And I tell her that, obviously.
Did you come in contact with the water at all?
Did anyone come in contact with the water? I don't actually remember.
Yes, I did.
And Drake?
Yeah, and Drake, I would have.
But he's not there.
I'm not there. I just realized that.
Then okay. Then I tell this lady, well, one of us did, but he's already gone ahead of us.
Okay. Pink walls would imply that you were in the western half of the city. Was there anything on the walls?
Um,
A film, a moss, a discoloration?
I actually can't remember this one.
Yeah, there was slime.
Did any of you come in contact with that?
I do not know. These are so small details.
I don't believe so.
I
We
don't-
basically kept away
I
from
don't
the
think
walls.
so. Okay, yeah. Because all I know is that Soul didn't touch any of this stuff.
I mean,
So no, we
Sybil
didn't
might
touch
have
the
when
walls.
she squeezed, but
Actually, yeah, that's a good question. Did Sybil touch the walls? Do we have to-
Not that she recalls.
Okay. So yeah, none of us touched the walls. Just that one member who's already left that touched the water briefly.
We shall deal with him when he returns. All right. Do they have anybody at this temple who could actually help other than her? Reginald's the only other one. Okay. So yeah, she will begin to prepare something. She'll say, I will ensure that we give the child the best care we can. And I will wait until your friends return with the one that fell in the water as well as the other one you mentioned.
Can you is there a reason you cannot tell us now?
What you describe is a common ailment found in the sewers, usually at the turn of the season. It's a form of plague. It usually takes some time to take effect, but once it does, the body rejects all form of healing, even magic. There's only a handful of things that can be done to assist them. I can take care of. Were any others bitten?
I don't think anyone else got bit. Was there? I'm fairly certain no one else did.
Okay. All right then. And you see her touch a hand to Rose's arm and begins to cast a spell. You see a glow go over her body for a second, and she pauses and steps back, and if the creature had infected her, she would be cured of that, of the curse. But I will need for the moment, I would like to have the other two present before I perform the last step. So, yeah, about now, the those of you that went to Dare Lay Your Hand would be returning.
Yeah, I'd probably be carrying her, unless.
Okay.
Yep, forgot his name. The person that sent meant to guard Sybil. And do whatever she asks. Can't remember his name.
Caleb.
Caleb. Unless he's with us, and he'd probably carry her.
Caleb would have been returning with you because he was to watch after her, and if she's not going to be there anymore and going somewhere else, he's going to stay with her until he's told otherwise.
Okay.
So yeah, he'll carry her in. Go up, and the High Maiden will look you over. Who is the one that fell into the water?
That would be me.
Please have a seat next to the two unconscious girls. And you watch as she begins to cast a different spell. And a faint green glow goes across her hands. And a green light encompasses all three of you. And Drakei, you will note that while you didn't feel any suffering or anything, you did notice that you felt like your muscles were starting to get a little tight, I guess would be a best way to describe it. And they no longer do feel that tightness. She'll motion to the guy in the chain shirt. Brian, if you will assist with what you can.
We can do in the meantime.
One sec. So, first he'll go up to Clark and heal you from your very visible wounds.
I just realized Quark was bit by one of those rats. Not by the were-rat, but by one of the other ones. Does that matter?
I don't think I was bit.
I thought it bit your toe.
Well, if it did, it didn't break my shoe.
Okay. So as he goes around, he cures Clark, Marissa, and Rose. Marissa and Rose both rouse from their sleep. Marissa looking around a little confused about where she is, and Rose sort of in a state of shock.
Good to see you both awake.
Marissa just looks around and upon seeing you again, Andriki, just nods and thank you. And she just puts a hand on Rose's and holds her hand.
Where is Sybil at this point?
Yeah, that's my next
Sort of
question.
kneeling in between the two, sort of behind the two of them, but in between, just looking, making sure that they're both all right.
I didn't know if she was still in the room or not, or if she was allowed in the room, because I
Well,
thought it
this
was
was like
just.
right out in the open. This is
Oh,
like out where
okay.
that cornucopia was.
Okay. I'd probably get up and let them have their moment alone, and go
Okay.
and inquire about the body of the creature that we killed. As far as I know, killed.
Yeah. So yeah, the High Maiden will follow you all over there. She looks over the body and just examines it and just. You can see her breath catch for a second, and she goes, "It was a natural one." What's up? Did you encounter any others?
Not one's like him, but he did call some larger rats and called them his children, which we dealt with as well. But they were not as hard to put down as he.
When you killed them, did they stay as rats?
Yes.
Then if you had turned them, they were actual rats. Whenever a creature stricken by the curse of the lichen dies, it goes to its true original form. Meaning this is the form that this creature was born in.
When we first encountered him, he took a form of a old man to try and lure us into a false sense of security, I'm guessing.
You must all be quite tired. Please, I will arrange to contact the city guard and get them to come gather this. Could you describe more or less how you came across the path in the sewers to where you found them?
We were actually following a trail of blood that seemed to be left behind from some sort of struggle, which is what I'm guessing Marissa got her wounds and was leaving it as she was trying to escape.
Very well. That should be enough for the guards to track down and
Would I be able
investigate.
to draw them a map of the way that we took?
Um,
Or one of us, whoever would be probably better at that. Maybe Derek
is
because of his survival.
is anyone proficient with cartography tools?
I'm guessing no.
I thought one of us was. I just couldn't remember who.
Sorry, I had a hard time getting to my unmute button. That's a negatory for me.
I think the one who was,
Was Pell, wasn't it?
it might have been Pell. So yeah, nobody at present is. So you could attempt. You could attempt a straight dexterity check to try and draw this from memory, or no, this would be wisdom.
Great wisdom check.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll attempt it. Just anything to help, I guess. And I do not help.
Speaking of help, can I help to give him advantage for that?
No, since he already rolled it, no.
No. Roll too
Um,
fast.
but you do sketch it out. It's just there's definitely no scale to what's there. At least the
First,
the
you want to
like
go straight, then
20-foot
you want to
room
go
it
left.
looks like it's probably about 100 feet, and it's not square; it's more oval. But the basic details are there.
Not quite good at this.
It's like a police sketch. It turns out to be a stick figure.
That's pretty. Yeah, that would be a very good comparable for what just got drawn up.
And there goes my phone.
All right, so they'll take that and they'll present that and the body to the guards and see what they can, if they can do anything from that.
Yeah, as they're taking the bodies, and as Marissa and Rose wake up, I ask the High Maiden if she would humor us and give them fresh clothes and burn all the clothes, including those of the creatures, and make sure that they get a thorough bath.
Yes, we certainly can. Brian, grab Teresa and have Teresa go find some clothes for the girls, and you and Reginald can deal with the disposal of the things around that creature.
And just for the record, I am not going to fight with the holy people.
Is it the bath?
No, but apparently it's my turn.
Oh.
Oh, no, I was just resetting the combat tracker so it moved back up to the start of the top of the list instead of having to go move it around my own.
Oh, I'm guessing we're all going to take a long rest here. Not go back to the dare to lay your hand. Because I don't think Sybil's going to go.
Sure, if you guys want to take a rest here, they will bring out some food for you all, and
Well, that, and if the guards do show up, then we can give them
okay.
some sort of more information if we have it.
So
Or point
about
out the exact location that we were at.
about 4 hours after they sent the request, a few guards do show up. They provide the details. They explain what's going on. The guards grab the body of the creature and the map.
Your quotations.
You watch as they turn it around different ways, trying to figure out which way it's actually supposed to be facing. Just smiling over the map and then looking back down, sort of whispering to each other. uh, you watch as two of the guards chuck the carcass of the were-rat into a large box before carrying it out. See here. So,
I will probably mention that there could be others down there because we didn't explore the entire sewer system. So there might be others.
they will simply not. Thank you for the warning.
And there might be more of those things. So
So, all right. The guards, before they leave, do hand over a small coin purse. Containing 80 gold and 220 silver pieces. And thank you for your assistance in dealing with the matter. Before they leave on their way, so this time you would have been able to get a proper meal in as well if you're taking a full long rest.
I know I am.
Okay, so
yeah, I would. I'm completely exhausted probably. I have no spells left.
so
And I almost died.
all right. So after your long rest, Quark, your level of exhaustion is gone. The rest of you are all back up to full hit points. Zin, your one level of exhaustion still remains.
Why am I not surprised?
It is now 10:20 at night, so I don't, and you've completed a long rest, so I don't know if you're heading back to the Dare to Lay Your Hand now.
Yeah, we do have to kind of kill some time.
Because what, we're supposed to be leaving in the afternoon or the morning?
Uh, so you arrived on the Friday. You had 3 nights, so the Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. It is the effectively, sorry, the you arrived on the 9th. You were staying the nights of the 9th, 10th, and 11th. So yeah, you are leaving at around noon.
I'd probably turn to Sybil and ask her what her plans are.
She wants to go back to the inn. She's going to be bringing Rose and Marissa with her, but yeah, wants to go back to the inn and somewhere that she can lock a door and know that it's safe.
They well enough to travel?
They are both fine now.
Okay. I just
Rose is
wanted to
at
make.
full health. Rose is completely healed, and Marissa's well, now that she's completed a long rest too, she's basically at full health as well.
I'm good to go if everybody else is. Take us a bit to get there anyway, so.
Yeah, a little bit, especially traveling in the dark. So yeah, it's about 11 p.m. when you get back to Dare to Lay Your Hand. Sybil will curl up Rose with her and just keep her under a blanket, making sure she's actually okay.
Yeah, after that, I'm hitting the bar.
Okay. So yeah, you can head down to the bar then, get a few drinks in. What's everyone else doing now that you're back?
Oh, we know Derek is definitely going to the bar too.
Yeah.
I think Soul would join you guys. It's been a while since she had a drink.
Okay.
Drinking's definitely a positive. So yes, I would join as well.
Yes, we don't got to leave till noon.
Mark and Gargan, what are you two doing?
This is the place where I got that interesting milk-related drink, right?
Well, that was in the dining hall, but yes.
Yeah. I mean, normally I'd just watch TV in my room and order room service, but that being unlikely, I'll just join the group.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask Gargan if he can see that robe that we found, when he has time to check it over.
Oh, absolutely.
I'd probably hand him the robe just to make sure that he
The
has it.
cloak?
Yeah.
Or cloak. That's what I meant.
Yeah. Were there any other items that we were curious if they were magic or not? Or that was the only
Other
thing?
than, I think we still have the leather armor that the were-rat was wearing, but it just looked like regular stuff unless you want to check those over.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I'll cast it on whatever equipment we have, and
Casting what? Detect magic or?
Yeah, detect magic.
The only thing that's magic is the cloak.
Right. I'll do that as a ritual, and then is the cloak an item that I can do an Arcana check to try to see what it is, or no?
Sure.
All right. I'm just gonna I just want to check one thing first. Good. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm gonna add a D20 to that, a D12 to that. 19.
Right. Yeah, you are able to go from the embroidering pattern to recognize the runes that are actually etched into that pattern. This is a cloak of protection.
Oh, fantastic.
That'd be pretty good to have. Especially for Gargan.
Well, yeah, I certainly won't turn it down, but if there's anyone who can make better use of it, I would understand that since I'm not a frontliner, but
Yeah, but if something sneaks up on you,
It would be awesome. There's no doubt.
because I think I don't know what do you have, Soul? What's your AC?
My AC is 15. I also have
Gargan,
Wand of Barkskin, if that
you also have
changes
what?
anything. Wand of Barkskin, in case that changes anything.
In Gargan, I'm guessing you're like what, a 13, 14, something like that.
Yeah. I'm a 13, and I can
But-
go up by 3 if I use mage armor.
Okay, and how much would the cloak of protection add?
Typically 1, right? It's usually, I think there's different ones, but I think the standard would be +1 to the armor.
+1 to AC and +1 to all saving throws.
Yeah.
I think Quark would take it, probably get in his way.
I can't use it.
So. It's really up to Soul and Gargan who wants to take it then.
I'm already capped on magic items.
Let's see. So what's your armor class?
15.
Then I'm
I mean, like, honestly, you have the lower AC and you're the squishy here. Like, even squishier than I am.
And Jack of all trades, that works for your saving throws too, doesn't it?
Yep.
So it could boost that as well, but yeah, I'm thinking Gargan.
Yeah, here,
All right.
Gargan would probably be the most beneficiary from it.
All right.
Beneficial is what I meant to say.
Okay.
All righty. Yeah, no, it'd be an honor. So
Does it require attunement?
There you go. And then everybody gets their coins out of the spread of the loot.
Oh, and to answer your question there, God, I'm going to go down to the bar and order some of those creamy mead drinks.
Okay.
I'd probably buy the first round. Or is it paid for? I forget.
It's paid for.
Oh, okay, never mind. I won't go buy nothing. I'll have it all lined up ready for everybody coming down.
Well, we may not have to pay for anything, but we do need to still tip.
Oh yeah, I'll handle the tips. It's fine.
So yeah, it's line up. You're all grabbing your drinks. Down there drinking. So after the first round, in Drakei, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
God no.
quick question: Is there an effect for the cloak, or do you want me to put one together quick?
There's not one for it. One sec. Let me.
I could
You
throw
got
one
it.
together.
Did you attune it already?
What's that?
Did you already attune it? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Uh. What was your other miscellaneous one from?
Miscellaneous what?
AC.
Oh, there's the wolf. The
Oh,
wolf,
okay.
I believe. Yeah. So my AC is based on dexterity, the wolf jaw. Now the protection, and then if I cast mage armor, I think I could add 3 to that.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. 2 miscellaneous now then. Okay.
Please be gentle with this Constitution save.
Yeah. And then the saving throw bonus.
Let me. I think I can take care of that.
I mean, I could make it as like a item under powers that gets dragged to the combat tracker, or if there's a way to just permanently put it, that's great too.
Oh no, I'm just gonna drop your AC again because I'm gonna just do it right on the item. Okay, so that's showing as equipped. Let me see if it's. So yeah, it's listed there now. The effect should work, but let me know if it doesn't apply for some reason. And the AC will probably update itself after the next save.
Okay.
All right, and oh yeah, and Drake, for that you're good for now. All right.
Is that just for the drink?
That was just from drinking, yeah.
Okay, thank God. I was a little worried. Like,
So yeah, continuing on drinking. And Drake and Saul. Constitution saving throws.
I just want to do good drinking with whiskey all night. Like, oh God, now I'm drunk.
But the
Is there a reason why the dice is not settling? Oh, okay. That was weird, but okay.
yeah, I was like, why is that thing just sitting there and pulsing? So yeah, Soul, you're still fine. And Drakei, you are, yeah, you're starting to get a little tipsy.
Hey, did you know I killed a were rat by myself? Zombie.
Soul would smack Andre Guy upside the head.
And we're all like, yes, you did. And I walked on the ceiling.
Good job. Good job.
I forgot about that.
All right, so 1 a.m.
Is Zin with us?
Is who with you?
Is Zin with us?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you have really nice shoulders.
Oh, well, thank you.
So at this point, I'm going to. Yeah, you already failed. So I just need Bark, Saul, and Zen to make Constitution saving throws. Bark's fine. Saul's fine. Zen, you are starting to get a little tipsy.
Can't handle your liquor.
Yay.
So yeah, 1 in the morning now. Are you guys just staying with the bar, or
Yeah, I'll stay with the bar.
Is there a fireplace here?
in this room? No.
I'm going to leave the bar and look for a room with a fireplace.
I would
There
probably
was one
stay
in
and
your
have a
room.
couple more.
Okay. I'll go back to my room. Curl up in front of the fireplace.
All right. 2 a.m. Those of you that's continued to drink. Gargan, I know you were there, but you weren't drinking, right?
Correct.
Okay. And already failed. Saul. Need another Constitution saving throw from you.
Oh fuck.
You passed out on the table.
At least I'm sleeping now. I'm kind of glad I got a 1 on this kind of roll rather than something more important.
Yeah, meanwhile, last time kept getting crits, you guys. At least it wasn't a critical failure in a fight, you're right. Hey, Zen,
Okay.
I think Saul needs to go to bed.
I don't know. Passing out on the table in a bar full of drunk, sweaty men for someone with her charisma may not be
The
entirely safe.
best. Well, how charismatic can she be when she's passed out at a table?
You're also in the bar
I
inside of
know.
the gambling casino in the dodgiest part of town.
Oh
Right.
fuck.
Nobody's leaving solo though.
All right, let's get her to bed.
Okay.
Zen, you're gonna have help.
Thank you guys.
You're sleeping. Shh.
Like puts the finger on her face.
Shh.
All right. So you guys get back to the room. Quark is curled up on the floor on a rug in front of a fireplace.
Hopefully, none of us trip over him. He's not exactly cat
Rose,
size.
Sybil, and Melissa are all asleep in the one bed.
Mind the tail.
You're sleeping. Shh.
All right. So are you guys just heading to bed for the night then?
Well, how drunk am I? It's a real question.
You are to the point where you are stuttering and stumbling a bit. Zin is definitely stuttering and slightly reduced motor skills. Saul is just done. Your arc was still doing good. But he's not going to sit around and drink on his own, so he went back to the room.
Yeah, Derek would be good if he tripped and fell into a cask of whiskey.
All right. So yeah, if you guys are just heading to bed, (9 a.m. comes around. Saul, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Still drunk.
Yikes.
Yep.
You get up and run for the first available spot that you can try and find, and don't quite make it, and hurl into a corner.
Well, yeah, Soul's very familiar with the situation.
All right. Beyond that, the rest of you, maybe not the most apt at 9 a.m., but not really feeling the effects of last night too much.
I'm really hungry.
You don't check out for another 3 hours. If you wanted to go down and get some food in the dining hall.
So, you coming?
Say extra loud.
Soul would squint at him and then just move over to a cleaner spot on the floor and just lay down for a bit.
Okay.
Swinging then. I can't.
Bring you back some greasy bacon.
Yes,
Sybil was
Zin gets a
about to get
thumbs
up and
up.
go take Rose down to go get some food. Upon seeing Soul, though, she stops at the door and said something to Caleb. And then goes and sits back down.
Hope you know that Zin's the only one that gets a thumbs up.
Zin's the only one that gets a thumbs up.
Yeah, I'm bringing her back some greasy bacon.
All right, so yeah, most of you went down to breakfast then, I guess.
You kept saying Rose. You said Marissa's with us, right?
Yes.
Okay. Where's she been this entire time? She was just in the room as well?
Yeah, I said when you came back to the room, Sybil, Rose, and Marissa were all asleep in the one bed together.
Ah, okay. And are they? Well, they might have rose before us.
Well, they're awake now, and yeah, Sybil was getting ready to go down and get breakfast, and was making sure Rose was good to go down, and then she saw Saul and stopped at the door and said something to Caleb instead, and then went back and sat down. So yeah, the rest of you head down to breakfast. About 20 minutes later, you hear a knock at the door. For those of you that remained, Caleb has brought up a tray of did it finally add them?
So I was trying to figure out why it didn't, and so then I said, you know what? What if I just it was like already equipped when you created it, so I just unequipped it and equipped it again, and that's what.
Okay.
Because I was thinking, you did all that work, it had to be somewhere, and so that's all it took was to unequip it and equip it.
Oh, I figured it was from the time change finally, like adjusting time forward.
Oh, yeah.
No, it was just because it was already equipped when you made it, so there was no
Okay.
action to it. So all I did was just unequip it and equip it again, and there it was. So that's awesome.
Perfect.
Yep,
Okay.
that was better than manually doing all of it. So awesome.
So Gargan,
Alright.
+7 to AC.
+7. Don't think so. Let's hope not. Let's see.
Mhm.
1 1 1 1 1 1 1.
Oh, that's all the different saves.
Oh,
All right. So yeah, it's the tray he brings in has various breads, a lot of water, and a few sweets. She sits Rose down and just starts handing her sweets to eat, and carries a loaf of 2 baguettes over to Sol, and just basically forces her to try and start eating.
Soul makes an effort.
All right. So the rest of you down at breakfast, enjoying your meal, finishing up your meal. So you were bringing bacon back up?
Then was, yeah.
Yeah, bacon.
Okay. So yeah, you head back up to the room, get ready to get packed and get on the road. Who are you bringing the bacon back for?
Dear friend Soul.
Oh god.
Nothing cures a hangover better than bacon.
Better than greasy food.
Just saying.
So Saul, are you gonna take some of the bacon?
Oh, I thought that was taken for granted. Yes, I am.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Because like I made the agreement to, I threw a thumbs up. I thought that was like an absolute acceptance
okay.
earlier.
All right, so yeah, packing up your stuff, getting everything ready. Takes about an hour. So yeah, the carriage will be ready at noon. So you make your way downstairs, start ready. Caleb will help carry down any boxes and stuff that you might have.
I feel compelled to ask at this point. Is my effect a permanent racial change?
It is not.
Wait, so does that mean we have to like figure out how to get rid of it, or is it like, is there any negative effect that he's suffering from this? Have we noticed anything?
Aside from behavioral changes, not really.
And no thumbs.
Then should we just ask around to see what happened to Quark in the first place?
Well, we know what happened to me.
No, I mean
Yeah.
like weren't you like super vulnerable to something early on into this
Nope.
campaign? I just remember that Miss Von Hopper panicked like hell that when she heard that we had a goblin with us.
My guess would be bigotry.
No, I mean like because we came back from the squirrels, remember? And like if it's lasting this long on Quark, maybe there's something wrong.
I thought it was because of the squirrels that she kind of freaked out about.
Yeah. because he
no,
got bit.
yeah, but
Oh,
was it because he was bit? I thought it was because I thought no one got bit, but that
No,
she
I was the only
could
person who
have
was bit.
gotten-
He was the only one that got bit. They kept trying to bite Zin, and they couldn't get through her armor.
and just like me, I'm the only one that went swimming in the canal.
I could have sworn that battle went with Quark just like bulldozing through everything and somehow not taking any damage despite everything.
Yeah,
No,
that's
he
pretty
did,
much
like-
how it went.
Yeah, he got two like random bites got in on him.
Okay. Like maybe I'm just remembering it wrong.
At least it's not as severe as what just happened to
Yes,
him
little
down in the
goblin
sewer.
kicked ass in that fight.
All right, so pack everything, grab everything out of your room. Noon comes, you load up the carriage. Plus 2 extra people crammed in there, and start making. Well, plus 2 extra people crammed in there right now.
Oh, so they're coming back with us to the school. Great. College.
Well, the route to get out will take them past the
Oh,
Temple of the
okay.
Great White Knight.
Okay.
So yeah, you make your way through. About an hour and a half to get over there. They stop the carriage, let Marissa and Rose out, and Sybil jumps out with them. Sybil just turns. I will be making my own way back. I need to spend a bit more time with the children and make sure Rose is truly okay.
Yeah, kind of figured. Well, safe trip.
Remember, we're only a letter away. If anything happens.
She goes up to Saul and just grabs her in a big hug before she whispers in your ear, "Don't worry. I'll be right behind you."
Soul hugs her back, just as tight.
All right. So they head off into the temple. You guys make your way back to the campus. 2 hours down the road. As you return to the college, you hear many raised voices and see a long line of carriages along the front entryway. Various figures appear to be loading boxes and bags onto the carriages that are adorned with various house sigils. Anyone that wants to try can attempt a history check.
What?
General history or Allrizen history? Or
Yeah, I was about to ask any of the Bishop's Hollow, Sundale, or Veil Dawn would be.
New
You
Hope.
could do Sundale or Veil Dawn.
Let me do Sundale.
Okay. You recognize the sigils of House Lewiston and House Burmere, two high-ranking noble houses from Sundale. There are
I was going to say I'd point that out to the party.
Derart recognizes the crest for the Shieldbreaker clan and the Diamond Crusher clan. Gargan, you do not recognize any of these sigils.
I actually rolled a 28.
Oh, that's your
Brilliant academic.
okay. Okay. All right.
Oh
You
my gosh,
definitely
everybody's too good.
yeah, you would definitely recognize the Quillmeyer clan, House Quillmeyer's sigil, as well as the Atomas clan. Sol and Zin, you would both recognize the Treeborn clan and Terrafallen clan, House Terrafallen. So almost all of these are houses of the south of the wall.
And where's all this activity? Is this like just outside the campus, you said, or?
Yeah, that main front road where everybody gets usually the main entryway to get in to go around to the side of the campus. Above a number of the voices, you do hear two that stand out. One, all of you know in an instant. You recognize the voice of Frederick Shadowray.
And what
Fine,
phrase is he saying?
run, you cowards! Not a spine between the lot of you. Flee! Flee like the little buzzards you are. The other that, well, up until you got a little closer, you did not notice, is standing in a tree shirtless. You recognize Bim Tinkerworth. May the shadows you flee follow you to death. You who have no souls will never seek the glory of seeing the likes of Drago upon your death.
Close enough to talk to him?
Well, you're still in the carriage. You guys are a couple of about 20 feet from where the line of carriages start. But if I can get anyone to make a perception check.
I want to.
Actually, everybody can make one if you want.
Okay.
Hey, I'm pretty perceptive today.
All right.
That's pretty perceptive.
All right. And Drakei and Zin are the only ones who notice.
Wow, that needs a high roll.
Yeah, apparently.
Well, from the distance you're at, this is basically the reason.
Oh.
You do notice just a slight simple nod from Frederick to Bim. Almost a small sign of respect. As both then begin to continue to berate everyone getting into the carriages. Your carriage comes to a stop, not sure where to go. Because where they had planned on parking, there is now about 35 to 40 carriages blocking the way.
I hop out and walk over to Bim.
Okay.
When I get close enough, I'll ask him, what seems to be going on?
You just see him look down and he just hollers out. The cowards flee from the dreary night that was. You do notice that a few of the students do. Most of these are humans. There are a handful of elves and gnomes, and literally maybe 10 dwarves. A few look back like they want to say something in return, and just all drop their heads in shame and get back onto their carriages. Bim will break it down and explain a little bit. Basically, a number of the more noble families, between the events of the festival, the recent word getting out about the raiding orcs and squirrels that were in the northern woods, they have basically pulled their children out and are drawing them back home.
So the school is going downhill.
Give or take, you'd see probably
Or the fat's trimming
about
itself.
100 to 200 students that are leaving.
And that's compared to the entire student body of.
Let's see here. What was left was about 1,300, so you're down to about 1,100 students now.
Pretty much the fat trimming itself. People that are
You
only
lost
there
your
for.
good.
You will
Well-
note a few things that what you're seeing leave are not just freshmen.
Oh, it's pretty. Well, I'm just thinking it's pretty much people that are only there for show because their parents told them to go there, rather than people that want to stay.
Well, that's
Wherever.
part of it, and the other part I would say is nobles protecting their bloodlines.
Fair.
It's nice to see that endless waves of undead is not a red flag for most of the families of college students. It just warms the heart that doesn't reach a threshold for the majority of the families at this college.
But you have to remember, there are plenty of students there like yourselves, with the exception of Derark and Zin, that are not from noble houses and don't exactly have the luxury of blowing the tuition money that they spent.
That's right. Undead be damned.
Besides, an invasion of the undead, I just consider practical training.
Maybe it's part of the program.
Right. If you weren't prepared to face undead or anything worse, then what the heck are you doing here?
So by the time you offload your carriage, work your way around the other carriages, and get back into your rooms to start unpacking your stuff, as you're emptying out your bags and just putting some stuff away, Saul, as you're emptying out your backpack, you hear a clanging sound on the floor.
From my bag or from outside?
From your bag.
Okay, I take a look. I am very curious because I don't think there's anything like that.
You see an envelope.
Uh, does it look cursed or something? Or like, can I make a judgment on that?
It simply says on the front, for Saul.
Do I recognize the handwriting?
You tell me. This would be
Because the last time I got an envelope, or not an envelope, but something, a package appear with me, it was from Master Tobias.
It does not look like that handwriting.
No, okay.
This definitely looks more, not quite chicken scratch, but definitely not as flowing and precise as Tobias's was.
No, since someone went through all the trouble of sneaking this into my bag, I'm gonna open it in private now.
Yeah, I had to reach out to.
Okay. All right. So I can I just uh wow, that's amazing.
So
I am I'm seriously amazed by this. I'm gonna tell you what I
well,
do about this. Actually,
if you're going to be sharing the information from it, feel free to simply read it aloud now.
um, I am like conflicted on sharing this. I want to share it with the group on the principle of this is delightful. I am so delighted. But character wise, Soul wouldn't do it. So can I just share it and then like we pretend I never said anything?
Sure.
Okay. So the letter says, "My dearest Soul, I made this decision as I watched over the children sleeping. I cannot be the cause of more harm to them by my absence. I hope you can understand. I have never been a trusting person. I have often kept the others at far more than an arm's length. However, from the moment I met you, you forced your way past my walls. I could not stand to say this to your face. I will not be returning to the college. Please return my talisman to Miss Faunhopper. This was not my plan when we went to Allrizen. However, upon seeing the truth that was not told in the letters to me from the children, I felt shame as I ran from those that needed me. I know that you and the others might need me as well, but there are many among them that are capable in their own regard. You showed me what true friendship and, in a sense, what true family are. It was something that I never had truly known, but a lesson I will not forget. I hope you will understand why I did this, and if in the future we meet again, I hope you are not angry. This was not an easy choice, but I feel without a doubt it is the only one I could make. Farewell for now, Sybil. P.S. Please take
Yep.
anything I left not nailed down in my room." Can you understand why I'm so delighted that Sybil gave this to me?
Yes, and as I just sent her the thing, I actually reached out to Emma Dozzle to get confirmation on what to say in the letter.
This is amazing. I gotta say. I love the postscript more than anything. It made me go like so Soul would be so delighted by that end postscript that she would definitely not be angry with Sybil. Um so yeah. Um Soul would actually follow through with that postscript because one, Sybil wanted her to, and two, Sybil would actually be probably outraged if whatever she had collected was just thrown out in the garbage because she's that kind of greedy.
Okay.
Oh yeah, she would take everything from Sybil's room and also like then turn in the talisman to Miss Faunhopper.
Okay. So things first.
Actually, would there be any benefits to like holding on to Sybil's talisman for a while? Or would it all be detrimental?
It's fine to turn it in.
Okay.
I'd probably guess that we would all meet up for dinner after we're done unpacking.
Yeah, by the time you get done unpacking, yeah.
Party permanently empty.
Okay. I think that's everything. Well, yeah, that's everything except for her schedule and her school booklet there that would be the exact same as yours except a different schedule.
I'll organize this. I'm gonna be quiet for a bit. So
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, and you go and drop off the talisman. Miss Von Hopper would simply accept it and certainly offer you a few words of condolences. All right, and so yeah, you guys get together for dinner. What are you doing when you get there?
Probably look to see if there's anybody I recognize left.
Uh, Yeah, you see most of your, like, you see Ryan and his crew are still there. You would still see. You see Borka with Boris and Braun still there. You see Kritz is still there. You do see Mara there with Cora and Sarah. Mara looking not quite as gaunt as she was the last time you saw her. You see Zorlit and her crew, although you will note that one of them appears to be missing. Uh, you would also see Sandra Angelo is still there and clearly no longer confined to her room. You also would spot Kurt. Although he is certainly not quite looking the way you remember him before the captain had his way with him. Anyone you're particularly looking for?
No, I was just curious to see if there was any familiar faces still around or not.
Okay.
Because
Yeah, a
like
lot of.
200 people leaving, it'd be a little noticeable, right?
Well, yeah, I'm sure you recognize some as being people from your classes, but not really people you've really associated with much beyond just seeing them in class.
How's the mood in the cafeteria?
You definitely would note that actually, give me a insight check. Uh, for the most part, the mood is definitely somber. There's definitely not the jovial environment that you're used to seeing in the mess hall. You do see in a back corner Darren trying to calm down Frederick. Beyond that, though, yeah, it's people are just getting their food, but normally where there'd be a ruckus of voices in this, it's people are basically, you can basically hear the clinking of utensils on plates as no one's really speaking much.
So as we're all sitting around the table, I try to steer the conversation towards brainstorming any loose ends that we had before we went on our vacation. If the folks have idea or ideas come from above as far as reminders of anything we were going to do. For example, maybe go back to see one of the more senior teachers about progress with events and maybe our role in helping and that sort of thing.
Yeah, we wrapped pretty much everything up.
Are we doing our own thing right now?
Well, you guys are at dinner, but yeah, you could basically do your own thing.
Oh, it's just that I want to stock up on arrows because I'm at 7 right now.
Oh yeah, you didn't actually attempt to recoup them in the thing.
Yeah. So,
And as for requests for my friends, Gargan, I believe it's Gargan, who's the chemist. I purchased some what's it called? I purchased some Palmeth and Allrizen there. I was wondering if you could process it into um, I'm not even sure what to call it.
Can I?
It's like a draft of Palmeth or something. Infusion. Yeah. To process these into infusions of Palmeth, just in case we need them in our further adventures.
I kind of look up at the rafters of the dining hall. Can I?
Looking to see if you can do anything with them?
Yeah. Because I don't know what the right answer is. When he asks me, can I or can I not?
One sec, let me see here.
I think I'm like 9/10 of the way to herbalism, although I'm not sure. And that would be the
No, it's
closest.
like you've done other like potion making, right?
Yeah, well, that's what I have to ask the light in the sky there. What the answer is?
I mean, considering how like not so rare the plants were, I figured it would be a fairly low DC for creating it.
Well,
Oh, so we could start putting together a list of what recipes you've learned. But I don't think you actually have a list started yet of things you've learned how to make.
Okay.
It's like no rush. I mean, if you need to do some research, that's fine.
Yeah, can I do that?
Yeah, you could certainly take some time and learn a few recipes of what you can make.
Yeah,
Like
well,
this is something that can help people stabilize from critical wounds.
yeah. No, the desire is there. I just don't know if the character can or not. It
Yeah,
sounds like.
for the most part, you'd be able to. I need to double check. How many hours have you got in? Oh yeah, we cleared the new week, so all of you would get your new increase.
Right. All right. So does that mean herbalism is now
One
proficiency?
sec. I'm double checking that. I just got to go through everybody's list to add their hours in.
All right.
Okay, if you want to talk amongst yourself for a minute, I'm just going to be a minute updating this.
Sure.
Now, the only other person I wanted to talk to is not here.
Yeah, Derek's not here.
I was gonna pass him one of my darts and ask him if he could forge me a couple more.
Well, I thought there was a list of stuff that we wanted Derek to work on. Could probably add it to that. Because I asked for, I think, like a certain type of armor to be made.
No, there is, but I can't edit it.
So have any of you started Baldur's Gate 3 or have been in it for a little bit?
No, I want my computer to survive.
It does. It does put a beating on a computer. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I haven't played it.
I literally run a like a house, like a small desk fan over over the computer to keep it from getting too hot.
My computer has a hard enough time with an MMO that's 11 years old in a high population environment.
Yeah, that doesn't sound too good.
Damn it.
Saul, did you inherit Sybil's Piton of Death?
Yeah, I got a piton.
You can put it in a glass case, save it for a museum.
Why do I feel like that's not enough stolen things?
Probably because she carried most of her stuff with her.
He had some stuff
Yeah.
on her.
That
okay.
should be.
That's just what was left in the room.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, I feel like she should have a lot more stolen things hidden around her room.
Actually, that
I
shouldn't
mean,
just
it
be
would
called a
have been
Piton. That should be a Piton of student slaying.
nice to like have Sybil dedicate everything to me, but no, that's not realistic. She would not do that. On the other
Well-
hand, now I have like 2 hempen ropes that I have no idea what to do with, so I left them in my room because they're really heavy and I don't
Well,
have that much.
Sell them and
Carries
buy yourself a
weight.
silk rope.
Yep.
You know, that's a really smart idea.
The fact that you said you're going to put them in your room, I was just like, hey, mine's wandering.
I was more thinking of like prisoners, but okay, that's where your minds go.
Well, you Miss Fawnhopper.
I can't believe you guys. Oh, never mind.
You need to summon a fairy to shine a red light on you every time you go visit Miss Fawnhopper. To set the mood.
Does anyone want a roll of rope actually? Because like I don't, because Sybil's the one that's been carrying it, I think so far. Or like if she didn't carry it, she was the one who held it in case we needed it.
We-
But that
It's like hemp rope is good for tying down cargo. Silk rope is what you want to carry around with you.
I was going to
yeah,
say, we
I don't
could
think we
probably
have
put it on
silk
the
rope.
wagon, couldn't
No,
we?
but the quartermaster does.
Do we have any silk rope in the stores? Because I'm not seeing.
Might be in certain ones. Or they're just not available right now.
Something to keep an eye out for. Alright, yeah. Anyways, they're gonna be dumped in my room until they're necessary.
Also, maybe sell it to a student.
Remind me to ask if I would know anyone who would sell Silk Road.
I don't know anybody on camp who smokes hemp.
Yeah, the druids.
Okay, so that's done being updated. Gargan, you are now proficient with a herbalism kit.
Super.
And you do need to adjust your schedule because pretty much all your time was put into learning about herbalism kits.
Yeah. So I'm now gonna shift all 12 credits to medicine.
So you're gonna take my polymath and then process it into infusions?
Yes. It would be my pleasure.
Well, the polymath is in my belt pouch.
Alright, so yes, Gargan, now that you are proficient, I need to figure out where is. Use a Derark sheet to figure out how I was giving him his list of what he knows how to make. Okay. So there's stories. Alright, that's what I was trying to remember what I saved them as.
And what's your potion of healing price if we're making it ourselves? I think it depends what book you read, if you will.
Oh, the price?
Yeah, I guess that would be something you would set because in the player's handbook it was one thing, and then I think Xanathar has adjusted it. So I don't want to presume what would be involved with their herbalism kit to make potions of healing, but that was obviously one of the driving forces to choosing it was to
Okay,
be able to make that.
I'll have to look that one up.
Okay. And to make the infusion that we were talking about, is the herbalism kit proficiency enough, or will it need a little extra time in the library to sort it out?
Uh, yeah, just because you know how to use the thing doesn't mean you know the actual recipes. You'd have to learn those.
Okay.
Just trying to double check based on the DCs what you would know. All right, so I'll share this to you in a minute. All right, so you here. So yeah, I just shared one thing over here. I'm going to add it into your stories as well. So for now, you just have those two, and you'd have to learn the other recipes.
Okay. Oh, but potion of healing is an automatic one, correct?
It will be, yes. I just have to look it up again.
Okay, sure.
Did you say it was in the players or the DMG?
So I think it was either in either one of those, but then Xanathar's updated it.
Okay.
I think it made it look just like a little cheaper to make, a little easier to make. I mean, I can tell you what they were, and you could choose.
So I found the one in Xanathars.
Yeah, I'm surprised how long it's taken me to find it too. It was like I thought it would be easy, and then
Oh, nothing. It's easy when you're not looking for it. When you're actually looking for it, that's when all of a sudden you can never find it.
exactly. Crafting. Yeah, I finally found the one in Xander's too. Yeah. So that's the brewing takes 1 day, 25 gold pieces. And then I think it's like maybe double that in the Dungeon Master's Guide.
Okay. I'll have to double check the one thing, but this might actually be cheaper than what it was there. Okay. Where's your sheet again?
Is the system set up for us to purchase things on our own?
It should be, yeah.
All right.
From shop. All right. Gargan, I just updated that one on your sheet.
All right, thank you.
So the first item that you need 20 of is 5 silver if you're buying them instead of finding them. The second one is 3 gold, and the third one is 5 gold.
And the list will be in journal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On your
Allrizen.
journal tab under story links.
Water cleansing agent, 8 hours. 2 successes before 1 failure. Helival is the name of the
Plant.
plant that we could buy somewhere, or?
You can buy it if you find it in stock, or you can find it. It is a somewhat common plant.
Alrighty. Okay, and Helival, how much does Helival cost?
If you're buying it when it's in stock, it's 5 silver apiece.
Okay. Okay, but 8 hours. Okay. That all sounds fine. Excellent.
Okay. Oh, Quark and Sybil. While you were shopping for your stuff there, you would definitely notice the quartermaster's looking a little down on items. Like his supplies are starting to run a little low.
Yeah, I did notice that. I want to have another letter to Mom.
Okay. Is it in your journals or your items right now?
I don't know how to create something for my journal.
Okay. Oh, yeah. On your journals tab, there's the if you're doing it
I
as
can
an
just
actual
put it
journal
in.
entry,
Yeah, okay. I suppose I can put it there from now on.
yeah. The other option is you should be able to just go in stories, like records, story, select uncategorized in the plus, and you should be able to create a story record of your own that you could then link back to your sheet.
I don't see any place where I can create something in there.
Do you not see the little green plus sign at the bottom of the window?
No, not in story.
Okay, what about under notes? Like not on your sheet, but on
Yeah,
the
I know,
actual.
in the records menu.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can put something into notes.
Okay. Yeah, just create a note, and then you can link the note back to your sheet by just dragging the record back over to your note links on your sheet.
I mean, I create notes every session under
Yeah.
adventures. Would it
Those are different.
right? So what would they end up being in the notes section? I mean, I'll try to do that right now, but
Yeah, there'll just be a note, then you can simply drag that note over to your sheet in your journal. All right. Anything else anybody was looking to do?
I have to pick my new glasses. This isn't Drake by the way.
I don't think you need to just yet, because you didn't just get a skill, right?
I don't think I did. I think
No, it's Gargan just basically reached the point where he got the proficiency in his herbalism kit, so he couldn't really put any more hours into it unless he wanted to do something more with it.
yep.
You are close on one.
Okay, then I'm good then.
Okay.
okay, I can't drag it into my notes, but I can drag a note into my journal,
Yes.
which is weird.
I think. Yeah. Notes. The actual notes tab is something different. It's not linked to notes. That's what the journal tab allows you to add links. It's
Okay.
basically anything on your notes is only on your sheet. It doesn't exist anywhere else for somebody else to access.
Okay.
I do have a question.
Yes.
So in the dining room, do I see the individual that made me the Reaper?
Oh, Mara.
Mara, yeah.
Yes, you did see her there, and like I said, she's not quite as gaunt looking. She seems to have gotten a little bit of fullness back to her face.
Okay, may I approach her and ask her about if she knows anything about the level of exhaustion that I can't seem to shake?
Sure. Let me see what she actually knows. Um, she looks at you with a certain amount of coldness in her eyes, but in regards to what happened, she cannot think of anything in regards to the gatekeeper that would apply. She does note that what she had to do with the use of blood magic could have caused this effect. And that to fix it, you would likely have to seek out someone slightly more powerful than she is to remove that effect.
Now, does she know anybody a little bit more powerful than herself? Like, does she know an actual like person's name or?
I was away for a while. Did I miss anything?
No, not really. And we just lost Saul.
What's that?
I said we just lost Saul.
Yeah, it's just as far as me, I think I'll start using any free time on buying these items and maybe studying for the recipe. Um, was it for quark? Is that recipe for quark?
The recipe?
Yeah. Who was it? Who was asking me for it? I think it was quark.
Possibly. Um, she would just be able to say that to her knowledge, it is more of a divine type of magic than what she does that might be able to assist. So you would have to try and see if someone at the prayer hall might be able to help, although none of them noted that they knew for sure, at least when you first were brought there.
Alrighty.
But yeah, if you know that it's divine in nature that she's saying, then your best bet would be to check out the prayer hall or with one of your instructors to see what they might be able to tell you.
Okie dokie.
Oh, I forgot to follow up on something.
What?
I'm going to visit the chef in the cafeteria and see what effect his dessert gave him.
Oh, okay. Sure, you go check in on him and what did he get? How long have you guys been gone? You guys were gone from the 9th, so you've been gone 3
You say
days?
pretty much the 9th, yeah.
You walk up to him and yeah, it's
I'd be like, thanks for making me those tarts.
yeah, you can definitely see what his result is.
What happened to him?
He has giant spikes of ice coming out from his chest, shoulders, arms, and legs.
It's like, I see you had a similar effect to me. As in giant as it interferes with his work, or just very large?
Very large. He's still able to move about and do stuff, but they range from 6 to 18 inches sticking out of him.
Does he recognize me?
It's a good question. He looks at you puzzled, not sure what to make of whatever you are.
It's like, well, I just came over to thank you for baking those tarts for me.
Upon
I
that,
see yours had an extraordinary effect.
yeah, he takes note of that and just looks at you and says, "Has anyone else eaten them?" And as he speaks, you watch as a fog of frost comes out from every breath he takes.
Yes, two of my party mates. They both had interesting effects, but they were temporary. Mine, not so much.
He just nods and
So there's hope that you won't permanently be like that. I know for myself, my transformation has enhanced my professional skills.
he just looks at you and lays a hand on some steaming potatoes, and you watch as they cover in ice.
So you'll be specializing in frozen desserts for the time being?
You can see he looks like he's about to cry, but as soon as he does, crystals form as the tears freeze to his face.
Oh, I'm sorry, my good fellow.
Quark, you ruined his life.
Well, I mean, like I
That
said,
could have been one of
it
you.
still likely could be temporary.
Everything's temporary. It just depends how temporary.
Preferably before he goes out of business.
But I do have to ask, did it taste good?
Again, you see the crystals forming in his eye. He just says, "It was the most delicious thing I've ever known."
Yeah, I know.
And you see he just goes over and starts not really touching, but just sort of waving a hand over some salad and then stepping away as it's just literally getting not even touching it, just getting close enough. It started to frost, and the frost going off is basically rinsing it now.
I had to step away for a second. Who's affected by this?
The guy that made
Oh,
the tart.
the chef. He wanted one of the tarts as a part of the reward.
Yeah, well, I wonder when I should tell the group just how close I came to sabotaging this pastry making. But the DM will tell you I, I came very, very close to switching everything out and making it not happen, but my my
Uh,
character determined that the chance of something really bad happening was like 5% or less,
Your
and
sense
I
your
let it
sense of
slide.
humor kicked in and just said, "Meh."
No, it was I was gonna do it. He can tell you, but I
Yeah,
was I was quoted at a less than 5% risk, and I didn't. That was lower than I thought it would have been, and so I didn't. But I was gonna mage hand and basically throw it out and replace it with regular berries or something. But came so close.
Oh, but this is more fun.
Yeah, that's why I didn't do it. But so close. Yeah, if he put the percent in double digits, I would have done it.
Yeah, it was not that high of a risk. And even in the end, what you guys actually got, there was some good things and some bad things, which is also what played into his decisions on how much risk he actually felt was there.
I'm just hoping this lasts long enough for me to visit Mom.
Yeah, moms love that.
When their kids come home as a giant cat.
I can curl up on the couch beside her, and she can, stroke my ears.
Anything else you guys got planned for the evening?
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
All right. Oh, and
Although,
Saul's not back in the voice chat either.
unless something interesting comes up, I'm ready for a full day of classes with all this rest that we got.
I can't wait to find out how those classes are going to be when you're a giant, purple cat walking around.
Well, with the proper student credentials, it shouldn't be an issue. And I'm sure there's more interesting things at the college here than shape-shifting goblins.
All right. So that gets us up to the next morning. You can all make your way into your classes. Anything you're wanting to ask about in your classes?
No. Sorry, I don't think so. Mm. Maybe I'd ask my teacher about how someone would go about curing lycanthropy.
Well, I would certainly share that you could, that it technically is a curse and that those that are capable of removing curses could do it. There are a handful of other ways. What exactly? What exactly is the information you're needing to get?
Like, what kind of spell or components I would need to look for in order to cure somebody of lycanthropy in case I ever come across this problem in the future as a way to heal.
Okay.
Or if there's a book on knowledge that I could probably read at the library that they would recommend.
Certainly, you could check to see what books there are. Remove curse, although depending on the severity of the curse, different forms of lycanthropy are more difficult to remove than others. There are also certain potions that might be able to assist. but they are certainly not cheap.
Also, what would be the difference between, or like, is there a way to cure somebody who was born like that, opposed to bitten, or however it is in D&D?
Yeah. One that was born. He will just say that the only thing he really could say is one that was born that way would have certainly it is still a curse. It would have been shared through blood, so it would be much stronger than the one that was bitten. It would also depend on how long they had remained cursed. So basically, their age itself would play a factor. Most likely, even with the effects of remove curse, it would have to be enhanced in some way. Either casting it at a higher level or potentially at a higher level and using some type of component that would be absorbed through the spell into the individual. Okay. Anything else you were looking to find out?
I'd like to find out if I should tailor my exercise routines for athletics and acrobatics now that I'm felinoid.
If you're asking your instructors, they will look at you a little unsure because they are not sure how long this will last. And looking around the campus, you do not see any other feline type people. Let me see what you're taking right now. Make an intelligence check.
I think that's the first time we've seen that particular roll.
Well, considering you have no intelligence,
Duh.
they begin to spout off some things that they think might be something of potential things you could look into, and you just stare at them
Uh-huh,
like
uh-huh,
they're
uh-huh,
speaking in a different language.
uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh.
Get a total of 0. Oh. So yeah, they try and tell you something, but it really does just go right over your head.
I'm a genius.
Okay. So yeah, you finish up with the class you were in. Anyone else have anything they were wanting to get done today?
Yeah, 2 questions. What is interest and calcina? Calcina.
They are plants.
No, I meant like what. I clicked the dragon doesn't. In other words, I don't know what they do or.
Oh, sorry. I'm on the right person. There you go. Quark, seeing that I'm just picturing the Benny Hill music.
So while you're putting that in, I guess what I'd be doing is I'd be going to during my free time. I'd be going to shops looking for as much of these herbs that I could work with that I could find. If I have time, I'll go outside and look for anything common. Just in general, try to start using this new skill.
Okay.
And I'm getting, it says grayish green sludge, but I still can't tell like what it does. Like
For which one?
for either of them.
Oh, I thought I sent you the links for the actual potion or items.
So that would be. So I'd go to items then.
Yeah.
Interest.
Oh, it's because you've never identified them yet because you've never come across. Have you guys ever come across this? Let me check the party inventory, see if anybody has this with them.
Don't they teach me anything in school?
Uh, that you would know. So you should be able to view the one now. All right, both of them should be things you can find now.
There we go. All right. All right. Yeah. So that's what I do. I look for these.
All right.
I look for these items, and I look both in the field and at the stores. Although I can't imagine the stores would have these things on their lists, though.
They might.
So, all right. Maybe. Well, okay. I guess for simplicity, we could at the end of the day just see how much I could.
Pretty much you can chalk off that you're not going to find them at the quartermaster stores themselves, but the prayer hall, null or strand shops might.
All right. All right. Well, that's what I'll do.
Okay. Yeah, I can see in strands there's the cream itself is there. So the finished product. And in nulls, no. Do you have access yet to the prayer hall, or is it? I think you have it to. I think you might have it for the first level of access, but I don't think anywhere else. Oh, I might need to add that one to your stores. Okay. Oh, okay, that's weird. Okay, one sec. I gotta update your one. I don't know why it didn't update before. All right. Yeah, reopen your Gargan's shop story and let me know if those links are now working.
All right. Yeah, the links work.
Okay. But beyond that, you could certainly ask the staff on places where you might find those plants.
Did we lose Saul forever?
Well, she said she had to restart, so I don't know if something's going on with her computer or.
Well, I immortalized my intelligence check.
Yes, I saw.
Well, if you're going to fail and fail hard, you might as well take a picture.
All right. Right. I guess who hasn't had anything to do in a bit? Zin.
Yes.
Roll a d20.
Okay.
Zin's turd for weirdness check.
Okay. Zin, give me a perception check. You hear a weird whistling sound coming from the woods as you're making your way across campus. The woods to the west of the campus.
Okay.
Seems to be almost high pitched, like almost like a steam whistle.
Hmm. Is there anybody with me, or am I by myself?
Let's see here. Roll a d6. On a 1 or a 2, Gargan's with you. On a 3, enter AKA. On a... All right, Gargan's with you.
All right, well, let's go check it out.
Where are we going?
We're gonna go check out the mysterious whistle in the forest.
Excellent. Off we go. Off we go.
Let's go.
A mysterious whistle.
All right.
Shh.
Oh yeah, about 30-minute jaunt into the woods. You continue to hear the sound, although it's almost like you're not getting any closer to it. As if it was moving away from you.
As if the whistling was moving away.
Yep.
I smell a trap.
Mm,
The auditory will of the wisp, if you will.
I don't know. Do we just turn around and go back? Do we keep going? What do you think?
I would go get the group. Get the group together and.
Well, the rest of them are in class.
Oh.
I mean, maybe we're destined for this.
All right, let's go see if we can follow it.
All right, I cast mage armor as we go.
All right. Are either of you proficient in survival?
I have a +2.
Or is there a star next to it?
No.
Okay. So one of you just give me a straight wisdom check.
Oh, that would definitely be you.
The 14? Really? 14 +2? Oh, maybe not. I'm just a pretty face at this point, apparently.
As you move in the direction of the noise, you feel like it's almost jumped to the opposite side behind you.
Okay.
Can I do some sort of investigation, intelligence type
Sure.
check, sort of see if what
Sure.
this trickery is all about?
Make an investigation check, sure.
Sure. Oh, that's so close. I'm not even going to add my +12 to that. Oh, it was hovering on the 20. It just, somebody shook the table.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm just another pretty face too.
so yeah, you
Funny.
can't really figure out what's going on. You now feel like you're hearing two of these noises. One from each side of you.
Um, oh my gosh. Sorry.
So,
Oh,
I could try this. All right. Let me see what the range on this is. Do I get a sense for the distance now?
You're probably within 50 feet of the noise from to the right of you, and within 75 to 100 feet from the noise coming from the left.
All right, because I'm trying to get within 30 feet of the noise. All right, what if I suddenly break into a run towards the voice behind us, so it would be back in the direction that we came from?
There's no longer one coming from behind you. There's one to each side of you.
So maybe split off in different directions?
See what else. So my detect thoughts works at 30 feet.
Well, it's concentration 1 minute, so if you can have it on beforehand.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see if we can. All right, maybe that's what I'll do. All right, I'm gonna, because I don't need to see it. I can use it to pick up something I can't see unless there's like a ton of concrete or something in the way.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'm gonna let's do that. I'm going to drop a second level spell slot, and I'm now going to dash towards the one closer to me to try to. The goal of getting within 30 feet of it and pick something up on ultrasound. Or radar.
Let's see here. Come back, Saul. You do not detect any thoughts. Other than Zin, who is basically giving off the sense of confusion.
Yeah. And I tell Zin to stop looking at my butt.
Not sure why that would give confusion.
All right. And nothing else happened besides not hearing their thought. Running suddenly towards it didn't change anything.
Nope. The one you ran towards, you no longer hear the noise from at all, and now about 100 yards north, you hear the high-pitched whistle again.
I am super confused.
Me too. Well, I'll send the owl up to get a bird's eye view and see maybe with its excellent perception it can relay something to me.
All right. What's this perception again? Sure, roll its perception check.
Oh, let's see. Do you mind doing it for me for the owl, or I could just roll its d20
Sure.
and you can hit whatever. Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know how excellent this is. It just
Well, +3 is several more than mine. So,
That's it.
I was like, I got nothing.
It goes to move a little bit towards the noise. The noise stops, and it's now about 100 yards southwest of you.
I
Nope.
don't know. Maybe we should just like try to like just walk away from it and see if it comes back.
I agree.
Because at this point, I think
Yeah, we're not. I'm not gonna let it. We're not gonna let it sort of lure us forever.
uh,
All right. All right. We start walking back.
All right. As you start making your way back, you hear the high-pitched whistle again, about 20 feet in front of you.
ooh.
As you watch a small crack in the ground billow up and a burst of steam come out of it.
All right. I'm gonna do detect good and evil. I feel like it's just gonna waste a slot, but
What's the component for that?
I don't think I need a component for that because I have
Oh, no,
the
I'm sorry, I'm thinking of protection of good and evil.
Yeah.
From good and evil. Detect good and evil. What does it detect? Save being undead within 30. Nope, you don't detect anything. And it lasts for up to 10 minutes, so
aberration.
keep moving back towards the campus. Still don't notice anything. Oh, or celestial. Wow, that's like half the creatures types in the thing. But still nothing. 5 minutes after it runs out, you are back to the campus. And yeah, just every now and again, you still heard another high-pitched whistle.
Creepy. Okay, baby.
Do I see any Helival?
Oh, when you were out in the woods?
Yeah, especially as I get sort of on the periphery near the camp.
Make a survival check.
Would it be considered a Feywild risky creature or plant?
No.
Too bad. All right.
You do not find any.
Nope.
You are too distracted by the whistling to really pay attention.
I am so confused.
Yeah, that's like.
Seriously, though, it's like the greatest meme for this situation.
That's exactly.
You're welcome.
But yeah, you're back at the campus, and here and there you still hear the whistle, but it's not consistent, and this location is not consistent.
Can anybody else hear the whistle, or but just me and Gargan?
Well, you're the only ones in the party that were out here. You could certainly try and flag down somebody else who's out here and ask them what's going on.
I thought we went back to the. Oh yeah, everybody's in class.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, I have a question. When we saw the steam come out, did that? In other words, did the whistle sound like it was timed with the steam coming through the crack?
Yes.
Oh, then I'm like, oh, then we may be in bigger trouble than I thought. All right, can I repeat the investigation check, because now I'm specifically thinking this is a sign of some sort of underground activity that is the pressure's making it to the surface in different locations, having nothing to do with us walking around, but randomly, like like a geyser, if you will.
Sure.
And I may use the genius if I'm close. All right, I'm adding one of the genius thingies. 32.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
32.
I
did say it was 32.
Yeah, you see another small billow of steam and the high-pitched whistle that can be heard for a great distance, and it lasts for about 2 to 3 seconds, and then another one a ways away, and then another two a ways away in different directions, and then another. And as you're following these, gets to be about 12:15, and they stop.
Whistling just stops. Like,
Yep.
Okay. And then did that investigation reveal any more detail than just what I simply just saw?
Basically, what your investigation would have shown you is that every time they were occurring was with this matching up with the steam. You're not really from this area, so you're not too familiar with what the exact source could be. But about now, if you were meeting back up with the party, Sol and Quark, you would both be familiar with what this is.
Figured.
It's referred to as the Screams of the Fall. As we enter the push towards winter, there is about an hour every 2 to 3 days where basically the ground just relieves pressure and you hear what almost feels like screams. That usually ends around noon.
So this could have been solved just by someone asking the question, "Hey, does anyone know what that sound is?"
I know, but everybody was
Yeah.
in class.
Well,
Well,
that's what I say.
asking the correct person, though.
You could have asked wandering strangers that were on campus.
So someone could just ask that question. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Although it was probably amusing to an observer watching us running around to the whistles, casting several slots worth of spells, running around. All in all, getting more exercise than Gargan probably has in an entire year. Um,
You were close one time for one of the checks to realize what it was, and then every check thereafter was like a high roll of a 7. But yeah, it's the random things that happen on campus aren't always bad, and they aren't always good. Sometimes they're just things. All right, and getting you guys up till when classes are done and it's dinner. I assume you all meet up for dinner. Unless there's anything else you guys have planned for the day, I think we can call it there.
Not particularly.
All right.
I'm good.
Oh, actually, there is one last thing. Saul,
Yeah. Hello? Can you hear me?
yes, I can.
Okay, sorry.
Do me just a tiny little favor.
Okay.
I need you to make a Constitution save for me.
Save, okay. I have no idea what's going on.
She's still hungover?
I don't think I made that save.
Okay.
Actually, there is something I want to do.
Okay.
For an additional cardio training today, I'm going to chase squirrels around the campus.
Dear God.
Oh, God. All right. Sure.
Hopefully one of them's not a druid casting a spell and you're just chasing him around.
All right. On that,
They're nimble creatures. It's good training. Plus hunting instinct.
all right. Perfect. On that note, we are done. Everybody, great session. And catch up with all you in 2 weeks.
alrighty. Thank you.
Hey, everybody.